Okay, everybody, in this video I'm going to show you the very basics of editing video in Premiere, and we're doing everything on the checklist after importing video, which we did in the last video. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start with a clip. This is a jazz dance clip. I've double-clicked it in the project window, which brings it up here into the preview monitor. It's hard to tell because this one starts with the black screen, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll until I see some stuff. Right? I'm going to zoom out so you can see. And I'm going to pick a point that I like, and I'm going to pick fairly quickly so we can make this video short. I'm going to hit I to create an endpoint, and you can see that now I am kind of not including this part since I'm starting the endpoint here. I'm going to let this roll for a few seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go to the end of this shot. I'm going frame by hitting the right key. I can also go frame by frame backwards in time with the left key, right? Forward in time, backward in time. So I'm going to I'm going to stop it right after that shot ends. I'm going to hit O for out. So I hit I for my in point, O for my out point. Right, so now I have this range, and it's going to exclude, it's going to not include anything before here or after here. It's just going to be this little range of the clip that I picked. So I'm going to click on the image part, I'm going to drag it into the timeline, and now I have a project and a first clip in my project. If you decide you wanted to use other parts of the clip once you're in the timeline, fear not, I can just kind of click this here, move this outward here, and I can actually adjust it once it's in the timeline too, but at least I started with something that was close to what I had marked in the beginning. So let's do one more. I'm going to do this ballet sequence here. Once again, just going to mark an endpoint and mark an out point. Once again, I'm going to click. So here's my range, right? Just going to use that portion. I'm going to click and drag on the image part. I'm going to put it end to end so that it cuts from one clip to the next here. And if you watch, and eventually I'm going to have the same soundtrack so that it won't be so jarring. But that's how to mark in and out points on a clip and to place them in the timeline. Now, obviously, once I'm in the timeline, I can change the order, right? I can just move clips like however I want and change the order of the clips. One thing that I'd like you to do is learn how to use the plus and minus keys to zoom in and out, right? So sometimes you're going to want to make big changes, so you're going to want to see the whole thing, and sometimes you're going to want to make little tiny changes and have this start just a little bit later, and so you're going to want to zoom in for that. So to zoom in is the plus key, to zoom out is the minus key. The last thing on our checklist is the razor tool. So say I want to split this clip and put something else in the middle. What I'm going to do is use the razor tool, which is over here in your tools. And then I'm going to click on this razor tool. If you hover over it, it tells you what it is. I'm going to click on the middle of the clip. That splits the clip. I go back here to the selection tool, or just the pointer tool, as sometimes we call it. I'm going to click and I can move this, and now you can see that it's two different clips because we used the razor tool to split it. Okay, so that's what we'll leave it there for basic editing, and we'll go on to bigger and better things as we learn how to use this.